Wait, what's this? I'm on time? Oh, man. This is unusual. Unusual. Very unusual. Hello, hi. Happy New Year, peoples. Oh, wait, hang on. I gotta fix one thing real quick. Nah, no, not that. I am a mess. What else is new? Hey! What's unusual? It's unusual for me to be on time. I'm usually like 5 or 6 minutes late. I'm usually pretty late. Anywho. Hello, how's it going? How's all y'all's? How's 2023 treating you so far? Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good? Yeah, yeah. Excellent. I have to do that thing where I fight bosses today, I think. I gotta do that. So yeah. The streamer is never late, nor is she early, but arrives precisely when she means to. Yeah. I mean, I guess if you want to put it that way, sure. I guess if it's my stream, if I'm not here, I guess I'm not late. I don't know. That seems weird. That seems weird. Aw, thanks for that. I was okay, the last video I just put out, how do I put this? I'm actually currently working on, and I'm gonna be like really distracted as I like do meaningless world quests at the same time. I am actually working. Oh my god, I hate this fucking poster. I'm working on the complete Scaramouche analysis thing. And when I was putting it together, I kind of realized that his backstory is literally the most complete and detailed account of any character's backstory in the entire game. And it kind of had to be its own thing. Because it was really difficult to, like, give a good account of his backstory and then just go into analysis. It just didn't work. And then when I took it out of the whole analysis, it kind of became its own thing. And so now it's... So that happened. Yeah. So that's that. So that's that. Anyway, yeah. All right. What am I have no real plans for today. Okay, I have like 0 plans. I was just kind of bored, and I was like, I'm gonna bum around on my EU account anyway. I may as well do it with people. As you can see, my EU account is not very well explored yet. I have a lot to do, like a lot to do. I'm not even at the point where I can farm artifacts, so there's that. But yeah. I do not know how to say your name, but Kwong, thank you very much for the super chat. Laura Archon, love your vids. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't actually know if this is... Am I supposed to go here? I assume so? I think he's really loud. Why is he loud? I don't like this. Oh, it's because this little guy.
Cool it.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Oh, this damage is gonna make people really sad. Like really sad. Oh yeah, this really gets my Genshins impacted. Wow. Okay then. Your Genshin's impacted. What a way to put it.
Midnight Phantasma.
Freeze. Oh, so.
What a way to put it.
Wall and Fury.
When do you think we'll get the next fake sky info? Oh, ooh. I think the next time we run into a brand new Harbinger, we'll get some. That's what I think. When will that be? It's kind of looking like Fontaine. Kind of looking like Fontaine. Just because, like, it doesn't feel like we're gonna get anyone else in Sumeru. It kind of feels like Dottore and Skara were kind of it. It doesn't look like anyone else is here, so
By royal decree.
that kind of leaves Fontaine. Why do I always stream when you're busy? It's not my fault you're busy when I stream. I'm sorry, Harley. Time zones are a bitch. I can't do anything about it, though. I don't got that magic power. Oh, wait, I need to do this. Where is this lady? I have no idea. I saw a Sealy. The world feels so full, and it's so bizarre, because I have nothing done. Oh, God. Any ideas on when the next Dainsleif quest might cover? Oh, on what it might cover. Whatever it may end up being. Well, let's see. The first Dainsleif quest, he introduced us to the Abyss Order. The second Dainsleif quest, he introduced us to the leader of the Abyss Order. In the third Dainsleif quest, we got to learn more about Dainsleif. So I think the next Dainsleif quest will learn a lot more about Dainsleif, and probably more about the ruling bodies of Conria, like what they were capable of, a little bit more cultural things. I think the next the next quest with Dainsleif might actually contain more things like, let's see. You know how he has that one line about like tilling, like the earth is meant to be tilled with steel and blood? I think we're gonna learn a bit more about why that mentality is a thing. And maybe more about just like ruin guards and ruin bots in general, and like what their real purpose was. Can I just say, Wanderer is extremely OP for early game. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. I do have him with his signature weapon, but you'll also notice that this one is C0. This is my EU account. I have two accounts now. The reason I have two accounts is, well, there's actually a few reasons. The big reason is because I actually wanted to go through the game again, but with like knowing now what I didn't know back then. Because like there's a lot of stuff that like just, it doesn't seem like it has significance when you first start out. So I kind of wanted to like go back and look at everything with fresh eyes, and I wanted to do it myself, and I didn't want to have to remember the name of every single quest to look them all up on YouTube, so I just wanted to do that. And then I also wanted the ability to play with some of my EU friends if I that kind of stuff, because I do have some good friends that are on EU, and I wanted to just be able to like co-op with them if they wanted to. So there was that, and then sometimes I will do a quest and I won't realize that the quest is important until it's too late and I can't start my recording. So it's going to be nice to just have the option to have an account where I can go and get quest footage if like my footage gets corrupted or anything like that. And then the other reason was I was kind of sick of people saying, oh, Wanderer is really bad, like at C0, and I'm like, no, he's not, you just suck.
Steady as stone.
So I kind of wanted to prove a point. Because like, one thing I learned is that once you get your first C6 character, basically, if you say anything good about that character, like praiseworthy, it immediately turns into a, oh, you only say that because you have C6. And like, I kind of get it, you know, like I get I get the sentiment, I understand it. But the thing is like, not all C6s are created equal, you know? Some of them are really, 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 really strong, and some of them are like, mediocre, and then some of them are like busted, and some of them are just not great. Like, for an example, Child C6 is not great. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I want to see if I can get this. No, I can't. Oh, so close. Well, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so I have a C0 Wanderer on this account. And I am very early game. As you saw, I am like AR 32 or 3, something like that. Yeah. Wanderer C0 is completely balanced, and actually that's kind of something I like about him. I also like that he's built around attack speed, because as an emo unit, it means he's gonna have a lot of longevity as a driver. So, like, even if he does get power crept, I think he'll still have a lot of longevity just because of that.
Wind rises.
Come on. Light yourselves on fire! Whooshy whooshy! There we go. Don't make me swap to another one.
Huh. You even want this? Huh.
So yeah. Anyway. Oh, I saw someone say they can't access Discord. If you just join the membership, sometimes it takes a couple hours for Discord to show up. It does show up though. You just have to give it a little bit. I don't know why there's like a lag between Discord and YouTube. But I also don't know how to fix it or if it can be fixed. So, oh, I thought that was a treasure hoarder. Instead, it's a dude named Greg. Hi, Greg. Goodbye, Greg. I just like to spray them in the face and run. Leave me alone. It's caffeinated, uncaffeinated coffee with the name that was weird from Island Stream. I went to that stream for you. Oh, well, thank you. I hope you had fun. Island's little lore streams are pretty fun on Thursdays. He's been having a lot of fun with him. So I'm happy for him. He's now streaming on Twitch a bit, I think. I think that's what he said. Which is neato. There needs to be more people who do story-based content on Twitch, I think. Like, I get that story-based content can be kind of dull. But at the same time, like, you gotta have that nice, sweet, sweet balance. You knows what I'm saying? Yes. Hey, look.
How fortunate.
I don't know who put meat in this chest. But you obviously don't know how jerky works. What is my favorite character? Any reason is valid. But you have to ask? You have to ask? I'm not answering. No, listen. I get for some people, like, you may have to ask them because they may not show as much favoritism. I show so much friggin' favoritism that if you don't know my favorite, I am not spelling it out for you. He is on this team right now. You have a 50-50 shot because I just used a pronoun. I am so biased. Like, it's not even ridiculous. It's not even funny. Not Yenfei? No, Yenfei is not one of my... Well, I mean, she is one of my favorite characters, but she is not my favorite character. It's just I happened to use Yenfei in a video really early on because she had an idle animation with a book. And that was literally, like, the only reason. And then people are just like, oh my god, you sound so much like Yenfei! And then I just kind of lent into the meme, and now she's the thing. So, yeah. There's that. I have no one who can use this, but if I get a Mona, I will be prepared. Anyway. There's a Celia around here somewhere. Do we go Celia hunting? I don't know. You didn't name... Okay, listen, this is my EU account. He's not named yet because I haven't even unlocked his boss. I mean, I've barely even... Okay, listen. Look. I unlocked the bare minimum of Sumeru, okay? I literally unlocked the bare minimum. The only reason I unlocked as much as I did is so I could get mushrooms. That's it. That's the only reason. And by the way, here we go. This is my favorite mushroom hunting spot. If you guys need to raise Kale or Wanderer, this is where you go, okay? You go here. This is the spot. Well, I don't know why I jumped. That was kind of... I jumped in the wrong direction. It's okay. This one spot has, like, a bunch. I got a bunch of mushies. I got a bunch of mushies. All the mushies are mine. Mine. I keep going, wait, why am I collecting mushrooms? I've already 90'd him. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Nope, he's level 50. Can I jump? Please? Thank you. Yep. Anyway. I thought there was another spot, but I forgot where it was. That's okay. Still, there's a bunch of mushrooms. It's right next to the teleport point. It's super handy. Anywho. We see Harbingers and Lantern Rite. Maybe, child. I kind of doubt it, though. Lantern Rite is not really for Harbingers. You know, it's not a Harbinger thing. I don't think we've actually ever had a Harbinger at Lantern Rite. I don't think there's a precedence for it. Mushroom lore when? When I have time! Any ideas of what the big bad thing in the chasm is? To me, it never seemed to be confirmed as the dark mud is a recent phenomenon. What big bad... What are you talking about? What big bad thing in the chasm? They were talking about the mud. Unless I'm completely misunderstanding what you're asking. Which is... possible. Mine. Okay. That's enough of that. Yeah, like, legit, I have unlocked the bare minimum. You've got so much to do. Is my mic a bit low? My mic's not. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Hang on. I'll... Is it a bit... Oh, well, yeah, it does seem a little funky, huh? How very strange. How very strange. I don't know why it's that low. Should not be like that. One sec. I wonder why this is like this. Maybe we'll just increase that a little bit. It does not seem to be helping. Hold up. Hang on. Somehow I don't think that's going to be any better. Even if I up this. Probably not even if I up this. Don't know. Whoa. That went loud. Okay, sorry. Okay, is that better? Is that better, guys? That should be a little bit better. Sorry. Potato internet indeed. Yeah. Plus, I'm not on a NA account, so that doesn't help. Anyway, see, I can't even go into Tatarasuna. I was gonna go in and, like, take footage, and I'm like, nope, gotta go to a different account. Can't go in there. Nope. That's a no-no zone. It's my opinion on Alhaitham. He's hilarious. I like him.
Quit following me.
Alhaitham is hilarious. Feeble scholar, my ass. What do you mean I'm a mastermind of unhinged proportions? I just want to, like, do my job and nothing else. I got a house. I got a roommate. I got a cushy job. I don't care about power or prestige. I'm just coasting, man. I'm happy.
The wind rises.
Comfy in my own skin. Warm bath every night. Lots of bottle of wine. Good books, man. I got a good life. That's Alhaitham. And I think he's funny as frig.
Too slow.
In my last stream, I claimed that I wouldn't be surprised if Teyvat had shared cosmology with Honkai Star Rail. Are you just referring to the imaginary tree overall, or as both being in a single universe? Oh, Star Rail works with two things. It works with multiverses, and it works with planets. Both of which allow it to have a lot of flexibility in terms of what types of worlds they get to see and how much rule bending they get to do. So for that reason, I think it's quite likely that the two are related. Why would you do that? But also because Star Rail deals with the eons. And if you're not familiar at all with Gnosticism, eons are kind of like... Oh.
The insolent shall be punished.
Well, this was... That was rude. Okay, can I...
Squall and fury.
So if you're unfamiliar at all with Gnosticism, right?
You dare to gaze upon me?
I'm sorry, his burst looks so funny when he doesn't do his camera animation. The eons are above the archons, basically. They're like... The whole demiurge thing and the whole archon thing, all of that was done because one half of one eon decided that they wanted to try and be like the one true god, the monad. And so they like tried to do what the monad does and tried to create a creator. Like, it tried to create a god, and then it was like, oh shit, this god's horrible, and then kind of locked it away. And then that god was like, well, I'm the only thing that exists, so I must be the only god that ever was. So it creates like archons and humans and all this kind of stuff. And then eventually that one half of one eon that created the demiurge was like, maybe I should go fix this. And then does. So Star Rail deals with eons. And some of them are suspiciously similar in description to some of the things that happen here in Genchin. So that's part of that. I don't remember what's down here. What is down here? Where? Oh, cool. Here's the thing. I went up here so that I could get handguards. Anyway, do I think Hoyoverse will kill off of playable characters? If so, who do you think has the most death flags? Oh god, I think Zhongli actually has a lot of death flags. Like, a lot of death flags. I think Child has even more death flags. I think, shockingly, Zhao does not have that many death flags. Who else has a good death flag? Oh, hang on. I had Noelle from mining. I don't want her anymore.
In the name of the prince.
Who else has big death flags? The problem with death flags is they have to be... Like, the characters actually have to be important to the plot. So, like kind of just leave... Because I don't think they'll kill off, like... I don't know. I don't think they'll kill off certain characters. Especially if they're just like a Yoimiya, you know? Like someone who's got a vision but like is otherwise kind of unremarkable in terms of their role or their impact on the world at large. Aw, Lily, do you need to go outside, Buggy? Do you need to go out? You have to pee. Do you have to go pee? He has to go pee. Jean will keep you company for about 30 seconds. While I... Vamonos! That's not what I tried to say. I meant to say... I said vamonos, but I didn't mean vamonos. I meant like vamoose, but I don't think vamoose is a word. Is vamoose a word? I don't think it is. It sounds like a word. It sounds like it should be a word, but it's not a word. But yeah, I think they're gonna be kind of cowardly when it comes to killing off characters. In Honkai Impact, they did kill off a pretty, I don't want to call them important character, but yeah, I mean, like they're pretty important. Not as important as like the main 3 characters. But oh my god. So annoying. I don't want to. They killed off one character. And the problem with them killing off that one character is, like, since then, I don't think that character, who is playable, has gotten a single new battle suit. And in Honkai, if you don't get new battle suits, you fall way out of the meta really fast. Like, Honkai is very pay to win. Basically, anytime they release a new battle suit, or, like, a new Valkyrie, you kind of need that Valkyrie. Or else your Abyss runs are going to be real pain. So, after that, she just never got an update. So she's still, like, in the same stage she was when she first released. So, I'm not convinced that Hoyo will do a good thing when it comes to making characters die on screen. Owie.
You dare to gaze upon me?
I missed! That is so rude.
Freeze.
So rude. So rude! So incredibly rude. I need so many handguards. I don't know if you guys... I have to show you... I have to show you something real quick. I got Wanderer early. I got him at, like, 38 or something. And so I had primos left over, and I was like, wait, I was planning to have to pull for a while. And so I threw 10 at Ayato when he came out, and I got him in, like, the next pull, which is ridiculous. So, like, I have so many handguards needed. I need so many handguards. It's gonna be such pain. Like, such pain. Like, holy shit. Anyway, yeah, no, I feel like... I feel like if a character is playable, it dramatically decreases the ability for them to die. Because I feel like they're going to have to come up with a reason as to why you can still summon them. So, like, there's going to have to be something that happens.
It's my lucky day.
By royal decree.
The wind rises.
Owie. I always forget these guys can, like, shoot projectiles. It's so rude. So rude. They didn't drop anything. These guys are the worst. Anyway. Fencer Dario, thank you very much for the super chat, man. Am I the only one who still thinks that the Ruin Golems have Dainsleif quest all over them? Also, you jumped. Why'd you jump? Also, Folklores for Fontaine, main antagonist, or Sandrone? Oh, is Folklores going to be the main antagonist? I see.
Quit following me.
I'm honestly thinking Columbine and Arlecchino more than Sandrone. I don't think we're gonna see Sandrone for a while.
Know your place.
I don't know when we're gonna see her, but I think it's gonna be a hot minute.
Wind, hear me.
I think it's gonna be a hot minute. Yeah. It's just that, like...
Squall and fury.
I don't know. How do I put this? I have such conflicting thoughts on Sandrone. Like, originally I thought, okay, Dottore is gonna be this harbinger that's, like, all about, you know, biology and, you know, not really biomimicry, but, like, genetic engineering and that kind of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? and maybe some sort of cyborgy things. And then I thought, well, Marionette might be more puppeteery. She might be more mechanical. She might be more, you know, that kind of thing. And then what ended up happening is Dottore is actually more of a mechanic than he is into biology. He's like way more into machines. And so I'm very confused about Sandrone now, like her original role, because she's very also machine focused. So I'm a little confused. Basically, is what this boils down to. I'm confused by her. So I'm actually I'm still thinking Arlecchino and Colombina, or you know, at least one of them. The other thing I want to say is that I think because we fought Child, Senora, and Scaramouche, in order for lower ranked Harbingers to be threatening to us now, I feel like they're gonna have to be paired with a higher ranked Harbinger. So depending on how Arlecchino is ranked, pairing her with Colombina makes sense. Because again, in the Commedia, Arlecchino and Colombina are often like a pair. So that makes sense to me. So it would make a lot of sense if she was like a slightly lower ranked Harbinger, like maybe number 10, or well, she's not 7 because Sandrone's 7 now, but I don't know, she's either 4 or 10, I guess. We'll see. For reasons that I'm still salty about, that we're not going to talk about. If I see anything in chat, I will time you out. Anyway, my point is that once you fought number 6 and 1, it's kind of hard to get excited about fighting number 9. You know? Especially when number 9 is a banker. Like, what? How are you going to make Pantalone, like, threatening? That's what I want to know. You just made like a god robot, and now you want me to fight a banker. I'm very like, yeah. Anyway, that's. I'm very torn on the Harbingers right now. I'm not actually looking upon them with much favor. If I was a god, they would get no visions from me. Not that we know how visions are handed out, but you understand my sentiment, right? Like you get what I'm saying. Oh dear.
This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze.
This could be a problem. What do I think of Diluc being called a Harbinger? Oh, listen, Diluc is not a Harbinger. Diluc is like the farthest thing from a Harbinger. He hates the... Does everyone forget that he just hates the Fatui with like a flaming passion? Like, he hates them so much. Between like getting his eyes gouged out and getting hit by a meteor... Like, he's basically just like, kill me. He's like, I'll never join the Fatui. No, wait, what was the line? He said, if it's like between joining the Fatui and like having his eyes gouged out or something, he'd rather be crushed by a meteorite or something like that. I think that was the line. Like, he hates them, man. He went to Snezhnaya and like went on like a killing spree. They have him on a watch list. He's not allowed in Snezhnaya anymore. Diluc being a Harbinger would be the most like the biggest screw you that the lore writers could ever make for me, in my opinion.
You want to use my hat as an umbrella? The wind rises.
Owie. Murasaki, thanks for the super chat. Arlecchino shall perish. What did she ever do to you? Did she take your orphan? I mean, like, I know that's her thing, but like, supposedly she treats him pretty well. Diluc brainwashed Harbinger. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm really skeptical on it. All right, like that's kind of where I'll leave it. I'm just very, very skeptical of Diluc being a Harbinger. It doesn't make any sense at all. Because, like, you have to... I feel like when we say Diluc is a Harbinger, we actually completely ignore who Diluc is and how he came to be the person he is. Like, the reason why he's angry and brooding all the time, because that was not his normal state. Like, he was not born like that. He wasn't like that as a kid. The reason he's like that is because the Fatui killed his father. So, becoming a Fatui Harbinger is, like, the last thing he would ever do. You know? And that's one of the reasons why I'm like, yeah, listen, there's no way. There's no way. If they do that, it's like such a big cop-out for them to do something like that. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to make one of the Harbingers someone we already know and who is playable or has been teased as playable. That I would totally buy, but I don't think it's Diluc. Any theories on the tornado thing in the desert? Yeah, I think there's a celestial nail in there. It should be the city of the goddess of flowers. That should be what that is. A desert city that got nuked. Do you think we're gonna meet the goddess of flowers anytime soon? I think she's pretty dead. So I don't know about that, like meeting her, but do I think we'll get information on her soon enough? Yeah, for sure. I think we're very likely to get info on her soon. Oh, there's one still alive. My bad. I just don't think it's gonna, like, be information that comes from her lips. It's just gonna be like a, you know... There'll be a quest and we'll solve some puzzle of ancient times. Maybe it'll be a Dainsleif quest. Maybe it'll be a world quest. Who knows? But I'm sure we'll get some lore about her. Because we have to investigate that tornado, and that is where her city was. So, like, we're gonna get some lore on her eventually, right? That's just how this works. Okay, I'm having a really hard time here, right now. An unreasonably hard time that I should not be having. Hold up. I see you all. Do you guys know how painful it is to go from my North America account where I can, like, one-shot most things? And, like, everyone's built and everyone's comfy and, like, you know, everyone does, like, 3,000 damage auto attacks or more. And then I come to this account and it's friggin' like 400 damage. And it's like a big deal if I can pull off 1,000. It's so jarring. It's horrible. I hate it. I just want artifacts. It's so bad. Anthony, thanks for the super chat. Back to the previous topic. Imagine a playable character dying and Hoyo just pulling them from your roster. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, I don't think they could do that legally. So, like, if they were to do that, right? Like, if they were to make a playable character die, and then still make it justify that they're playable, even though they're dead, they're gonna have to, like, really hammer home this whole idea of, like, memories or whatever. I don't know if you guys remember, like, forever ago, I made this one theory. It's kind of mislabeled as a Paimon theory, because at the time I thought if I spun it that way, more people might be interested in it, and that didn't really work out, and I've just been too lazy to go back and do anything with it. But basically the premise of the theory was, like, I was saying that none of the playable characters that are in your party are actually the characters in the game. They're instead, like, you know, the Traveler's shape-shifting. That's the premise of the theory, is that the Traveler's just shape-shifting. Oh my god. It's not actually hard to dodge with Wanderer. The annoying thing is when you're surrounded by enemies, if you're not very good at moving the camera around really fast, it's hard to tell if there are any projectiles coming. And then that's the annoying part to me. If I'm being shot in 3 different directions, I don't know when I'm supposed to dodge. That's my one gripe. But that's not really a Wanderer gripe. It's more just like an in general gripe. I don't like being surrounded. Ooh, elegance. I need elegance. How many elegance do I have? Yay! Listen, I know that that's not technically the thing, but I level everything on all of my characters that I use to 6, so just leave me alone. And right now, that's probably more useful on him. I'm obviously not using him. Yet. I will eventually. Fun fact, Wanderer can fly at the speed of an electrocelie. I know this because I caught up with one once. That was cool. Anyway, yeah. So there's that. There's that. There's that. Oh my god, I'm behind. How did that happen? We were doing so well, and then this happened. Okay. I need to pay attention. I need to pay it more attention, 'cause attention is not paying me. True fact. True fact. I only got condensed resin yesterday. That's a sad thing. You guys remember that, like, condensed resin isn't just something you can make. Like, you actually have to earn it by doing, the weekly missions. Like, the reputation requests. That screwed me up so bad. I was like, wait, I'm gonna make some condensed resin. And I'm just like, gonna hold on to it. Wait, no, I gotta unlock Liwa first, and then I gotta do all these missions. Yeah, that's fun. Anyway, I need a lot of hand cards. We're gonna go to Liwa soon. But I wanna, yep. Yeah, okay, sorry. I know I'm behind. I'm behind. Guang, I don't think... Jesus Christ, I can't read. I can't read, okay? That's a secret. You all need to understand. I cannot read. I want a second set of eyes. I could be like those cool streamers that set up the auto readers. I could do that. Why would I do that? I don't want to do that. I'm going to read these myself, because I'm a big boy now. I'm wearing my big boy pants. The next question that follows after that is like, wait, you're a boy? No. I just wear boy pants. It's fine. You bastard. How dare you not give me my hand guard? I worked so hard for that. I used official skill and everything. All right, sorry. I'm back. This is really okay. Guang, thanks for the super chat again. I appreciate that. I don't think Harbingers need visions, though. I think they despise it. Dotori looks down on it. Scar and Senora didn't have one except Child. I think the only Harbinger that's, like, confirmed to, not, like, explicitly not have a vision is Pantalone. The rest probably have delusions, and or some other abilities. And I definitely don't think they need visions. But I have this weird feeling about why the vision is necessary. Okay, so let me, hang on. I gotta back up here. I just went 3 different mental loops. And I need to explain my mental gymnastics. Okay, so here's the thing. One of the biggest arguments I heard for why Scaramouche would never be playable was that he doesn't have a vision. Well, guess what, guys? He's got one now. And that's kind of the thing, though, right? Like, if you think about the circumstances upon which he got this vision, it wasn't because he was like a good person and he technically earned the favor of a god. It was like he just, like I said in that last video I made, like he really accepted himself, and that got him a vision somehow, right? So what's curious to me is that not necessarily that Harbingers do or don't have a vision and that affects their playability. I don't think that's the case anymore, and I don't think that's going to be the case for any character. I think it's interesting that kind of the catalyst for getting this Harbinger to join our party, though, was him acquiring a vision. And it wasn't so much that, like, oh, you need a vision to be playable. It was more like, if you have a vision, then somehow our goals are aligned, right? And so now we have a reason to work together. I think that discrepancy is kind of interesting. I think it's really interesting to use visions as a means of, I don't want to say redemption, because this guy did not get redeemed. And that's a good thing. Like, don't get me, like, that is a good thing. I am happy about that. But there was still an event where our goals started to align more, right? So for us to get other Harbingers, I think that will have to be the case. Like, we're going to have to go through some kind of scenario where their goals align with us. And some of those might result in a vision. I think most of them will. And some might not. Like, if you look at Diluc's skin, he doesn't have a vision on that red skin of his. And I know that I think the vision is, like, underneath the jacket or whatever. But, the fact that they can, you know, obviously make characters that don't visually use a vision, I think is kind of important. Like, technically, the Shogun puppet does not have a vision either. But she does have, like, a gem where all her energy particles go. And if you look at Diluc's red dead skin or whatever it's called, then you'll notice that all the particles go to, like, his chest, where it kind of glows whenever he has a burst and that kind of stuff. And that kind of serves as the vision spot. So, like, I don't think visions are, like, equated with playability. I guess is my TLDR there.
Let's get down to business. The wind rises.
I went on a super long tangent. Hi, dude. But yeah, I feel like we could even get a playable delusion user for sure. The one thing I will say about Child, which is interesting, is that Scaramouche had to kind of, like, go through this period of growth in order to get his vision. But Child kind of already did that because he already had his vision. So what I'm wondering is if that means that Child is, like, one of the wild cards when it comes to the Harbingers. Like, is he, how to put this, does that make him more likely to betray the Tsaritsa and join us because he was the first to join us and he already has a vision? Or is it that his loyalty to the Tsaritsa isn't hindered by possessing a vision? Do you know what I mean? Like, I wonder about that when it comes to him. I don't know which it is, but it's fun to think about. Food for thought, food for thought. Okay, I've gotten everything I wanted here. I do have resin, though. I should spend resin. Yeah, Nahida has her leaf thing, too. Yeah. Like, everyone's got, like, this thing that kind of allows them to channel their powers. Some of them are just visions and some of them aren't.
Relax.
I wanted to, really quick, before I carry on here. Okay, I need to fight that, but I also need to... Oh, I can do this now. Yay! Coolio. Okay, so Kaya's done-ish for now. I need dandelion seeds. I need these more than anything. Fischl.
And founded paradise.
We can probably do an Ayato. Oh, I need these. And some man. I probably have enough to forge handguards for him. That's probably fine. Let's go over here. Eric, thanks for the super chat. Happy New Year! Yes, to you too. Opinions on Albedo's apparent confusion in his alchemic processes stage order. It should be Nigredo, Albedo, Citrinitas, Rubedo. Yes. I don't think it's confusion. I think that the game has deliberately swapped the order around. The reason for this, though, is because each alchemical stage is kind of represented by a color, right? And those colors...
By royal decree.
Those colors go black, white, ow, yellow, red. Red is supposed to be the final stage here. The thing is, when it comes to Genchin, the big magic color in Genchin is gold. So Citrinitas being yellow makes more sense to put as like the final true stage of alchemy than Rubedo does because it's gold colored. And like the twins are gold, for example, right? And that's kind of why I think that's intentional. I don't think that's something that they mistake or that Albedo's got it wrong, technically. I think that's just how the process goes in this game, in this universe. I have not even been to Narukami Island, or like the city. Let's all love Lane. Thanks for the super chat. There is no message with this one, but thank you all the same. Indeed, indeed. Okay, I think I'm more caught up. Yes. The hip introvert. Thank you for your super chat as well. I appreciate it. Even if you don't send a message. You guys know that if you don't want to send a message, you can send a sticker, right? Like you can send something really funny or cute or not. But that is an option. That is an option. Like if you guys do want to super chat, but you don't want to say anything, yeah, you can always just like include a little emoji thingy. I know some people don't like to draw too much attention. Although, I mean, I am confused why you guys send me things. That is a thing I've been confused about for a while. I don't quite understand it, but it is appreciated all the same. I went a little Irish there for a second.
You even want this?
Yes, I want all the things. I want things, little junky things. I like to go antiquing. That's something I'm gonna do this week. At some point, there's this really cool antique barn. It's legitimately 5 stories. 5 stories of antiques. And it's this enormous bar. It's so big. It's so huge. It's so huge. I love it so much. You get so lost in there. It's amazing. I was lost in there for 3 hours once. I did not know where the exit was. Nor did I care. I was having so much fun. I was having so much fun. Now that fairy tales are a thing, do you think that Princess Fischl, not Amy, can be real? Even a descender, maybe? Oh, I've always thought she's real. In fact, I have some friends who think that Princess Fischl might actually be Kaya or Kaya's mother. Oh, I can't. Okay. Wander, your time to shine. I power creep. I'll see your ledges, and I say screw you. No ledges will hold me. Yeah, ha, 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 ha. Victory is mine! My early game team is pretty consistent, but that's because I'm cheating. I'm cheating because I know exactly what I'm doing, as opposed to like the first time I played through this game. So you know, there's that. Donowald, Matt, thank you, but what, Donowald, what? What? I'm confused. I mean, thank you, but I'm confused. I hope you appreciate my confusion, because that's what your super chat got me, and got you really, because you're watching this. I get So yeah. You used confusion. It was super effective. On me. Can I have a bug? I want a bug. Buggies are mine. Yay, bugs, bugsy, buggy, 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 buggy. I open you. Hello. Murasaki, didn't know you were a masochist. Oh, what? I'm not thanking you for that. I get the feeling this was sent a while back, and I have forgotten all context. I'm pretty sure I have forgotten all context for whatever it is that you are apparently referencing. Owie! I don't like that he can hit me when I'm flying. I don't think that's fair. You should not have that big of an AoE. Vertical hitboxes my ass. Don't know where he went, but we're gonna kick his butt. Good night. I'm sorry to interrupt your date, but I kind of want your stuff. Empty your pockets, thank you. Gives to me. Mine!
This? Squall and Fury.
Thank you, Murasaki, though. I don't know what this was in reference to. I'm sure this was a while ago. And I have forgotten everything. So, yep. This place becomes important later. I remember that much. Whoa. Hi.
Wind rises.
Ah! Who's shooting at me? And why? Go away!
Dodge this. This moment will be frozen in time.
Oh dear. It's time to heal. If you can heal and kill at the same time, why not do it? Maybe it's time to try Clam Gene. It's okay, I'm not actually anywhere near the clam domain. Don't let anyone know I said that. I wouldn't run a Clam Gene. I wouldn't do that. That's silly. Or is it? Has anyone actually tried that? Like Sunfire Gene, except it's all EM clam pieces? That seems like it could be really fun and really stupid. Like just double clam set. Just run Bennett and Jean both on clam, but like full EM clam. There aren't enough meme builds. Not enough people making meme builds. I lost my place again. Oh shit. Oh shit. Where'd it go? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Murasaki's a member now. Now you can bully me in Discord. Oh dear. That's a problem. I don't want to be bullied. Why would you bully me? That's a trick question. You wouldn't. You're a nice person, right? Right? Nice as a Sealy. So subjective. Oops. I keep forgetting that makes me go up. I don't want to go up. I want to go down. I want to go down, want to go down, want to go down. Ignore this. I'm figuring something out. Okay. I did not ignore that. Like I should have, because to ignore it, I would have had to not read it. And then if I didn't read it, then I wouldn't ignore it. Because I had to read it. I wouldn't note it. Okay, no, I'm good. I'm good. You know, they really need to, like, put a speed wall up to get to the shrine. Like, can you imagine normal people trying to come up here? Like, I sure as hell hope you guys aren't afraid of heights, because, like, good lord. Like, can you imagine this? Like, being 70 years old, and then, like, you have to do this to go pray at a shrine? To a god that literally has a confirmed house in your city. Sorry, I think that's funny. Oh dear. I lost it again. I lost it again. I lost it again. Okay, sorry. I'm paying attention. I swear to God. Let's go, Lovelane. Hey, you're back. You're back. I didn't know how super chat worked before, so here's another one plus a question. Does Shamaran's post-quest dialogue foreshadow Wanderer? Oh, a good question. I don't know. You want to know the sad thing? I don't remember what the post-quest dialogue was. I am a terrible theorist. I honestly don't remember what they said at the end of it. But that would be really interesting to go look at. I will go look at that after this. I would go look at it now on stream, but I haven't unlocked the chasm. So, on this account, I haven't. I have obviously done it on my own account. I guess I could log out, log in, and go look at it. I mean, like, I guess that's a thing I could do. But that's work. I don't want to. Not right now. But I will go look at that. It took me so long to get that chest. The first time. But anyway, thank you. I will look it up. You know what, though? I think I've heard someone else say that about the Wanderer thing being foreshadowed by the giant mushroom. But I wasn't sure why. But again, I don't remember the dialogue. So now I have to go look at it. Now I have to go look at it. I guess in theory I could just pull it up on the wiki. That's also work. It also means screwing up my audio settings again, which I am not going to do right now. I just got them where I wanted them. I was going to make a nut joke, but I won't do that. I won't do that. I won't do that. I won't do that. Nope, 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 nope. Yvonne, Bella. Yvonne. Oh, you put phonetics in your name? Oh, that's smart. Yvonne Bella, okay. Your name sounds like Evangelion. I'm just saying. But thank you for the super chat. SYK, we send because we love your work. Aw, thank you. Does SYK stand for psych? Are you lying to me? Is that a little lie from your mouth? You're all here to make fun of me. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here to be made fun of, actually. That's what we do. Oh, hey, wait. I have a wish. Everybody close your eyes and squeeze them really tight and think about what you'd blow out your birthday candle and ask for and go. I hope I hit the right button. And a nothing. One day, I will acquire a Layla. One day. One day she'll be on a banner that I want to pull on. And I will be super happy. Ta-da! Ayato, you are the biggest pain in the ass to farm. Handguards and sakura blossoms. Ugh. This guy's high maintenance.
Cry out my illustrious name.
No, I don't wanna. Hip introvert, thank you again for the super chat. I was gonna ask you about your thoughts on Fischl and the Harbingers having a similar motif. I was confused how to use super chat. Okay, I getcha. I getcha. Fischl and the Harbingers having a similar motif, huh? You mean like with the ravens and stuff? I mean, I guess, There's some curious things going on with Fischl. I don't know that I have a whole lot of opinions on her relating to Harbingers. I do have opinions on her relating to the Abyss. And actually, relating to gods too, because like,
By royal decree.
I don't know how many of you have actually read this book. I think it's the Spirit in a Magic Bottle. Is that what it's called? Sorry, I was thinking and not. Oh, I lost those. I wanted those too. I think it's the Shepherd in the Magic Bottle. It might be that one. I think it might be the Shepherd in the Magic Bottle. That one has a story about a shepherd who found a magic bottle, and inside that magic bottle is a djinn. Like the same djinn that sprouted from the feet of the goddess of flowers when she, you know, left Nilapala lotuses everywhere. Like those djinn. Now, the curious thing here is that djinn, over and over, refers to humans as ravens. Over and over and over, like for the entire book, refers to them as ravens. And then continues on to talk about how the ravens are the groom, like in a marriage ceremony, like they're the groom.
Quit following me.
And she doesn't really say much else. That's not just like, I'm insulting humans because obviously humans are disgusting. But I've always thought that was really weird because I'm just like, that is the most Fischl thing I have seen in Sumeru. I was really wondering why that would be the thing. And the curious thing to me was that she, not necessarily the fact that she was calling humans ravens. Like, I can kind of get around that, you know? Like, oh, these humans are noisy like a flock of crows, right? Or murderer crows, I guess. I kind of get that. But on the flip side, she goes ahead and says, like, oh, well, the ravens are the groom. And I'm like, well, what? Because the djinn are a lot like Seelies, right? They're a lot like Seelies. If you look at their descriptions in the books and stuff, they're so much like Seelies. It's ridiculous. And we know that a Seelie married a traveler from afar that a lot of people assume was a human. So the question then becomes,
Fascinating.
was Fischl a Seelie? Because she met Oz, who was a raven? If the ravens are humans, and then if Seelies are angels, and angels aren't supposed to marry humans? Because they create an entirely separate species. I haven't actually talked about that yet, have I? Oh, that's right, we haven't actually gone to Ethiopia yet. I got distracted by Scaramouche, and then I didn't actually take you guys on the field trip to Ethiopia. That's still gonna be a thing. Yeah. I have no context for this now, though. That's problematic. That's a problem. But you kind of get the idea, right? Like, you get the premise of what I'm saying, though, don't you? That Fischl might have had something to do with the whole traveler from afar thing. I've been wondering about that for a long time, but that's more where my head is at as compared to Harbinger. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to look up his crotch. I was trying to look above and see if there was one above me, but I guess it's below. Whoops. Yeah. So anyway, more that than Harbinger, I think. For me, anyway.
By royal
For me, anyway.
Barbados, guide us.
Come back here, you.
Bow your head.
No. No bowing. No bowing. Rude.
Swollen fury.
Rude, 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 Miss Frizzle confirmed. Yeah, no. Take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. That's my channel motto. My channel mottos. Oops. Can we just break his shield already? I don't want to swap to a pyro character. I mean, I guess it would be useful. That's right. I never did take you guys to Ethiopia. I got so distracted because like it was so complicated of a theory to explain. I just decided to break it into pieces, and I have not completed the pieces yet. I don't have a key. Okay. Suffer, I guess. Yeah, no, sorry. That was a thing. I was like I know that didn't really answer your question, but I hope that kind of answered your question. You know what I mean? Bubble charms! That is the funniest lemon maraca thing. Holy cow. What is that thing? It's like a lemon head. Oh, like that one lemon head, that Adventure Time lemon head. The one that screams.
Too slow.
He's horrible. But you're not horrible, you're cool. Thanks for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. Adoos, adoos, adoos. I was gonna read something else first, but then nope. Da-da-bum-bum. I can't do two things at once. I am not that skilled. No, 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 no. No skill. No skill. Only sick dodging. Not even sick dodging. It's okay. Just pitiful, pitiful damage. With 3-star artifacts. I am in such pain. I am in such pain.
Quit following me.
That point in the game where getting traveling doctor piece is actually a good thing. So painful. Jasmine, thank you for the super chat. Hello, thanks for all of your hard work. Will you be returning to World Structure Theory anytime soon? Sorry if this was asked already. Yes and no and no and yes. So I'm struggling a little bit, not with the actual theory part, but just like again with my production side of things. I'm having a little bit of a hard time because Hoyo has decided to make every single patch a giant frickin' lore bomb. And every time they do that, I have less and less time to go through topics that I would have wanted to go more in depth in. And so that's kind of like what's been happening with world structure. It's like there's always something else that takes priority. So while I fully intend to return to it, and I basically know what goes in it, it's just very difficult for me to actually find the time to do so. And I'm trying to figure out a better way to go about it. Oh, I kind of wanted to let the Iwakuras live this time around. Oh well.
Unnecessary.
It's fine.
The wind rises.
It's fine. But yeah, that's the deal with the world structure. It's also changed a little bit. Originally, I was gonna go with world structure into basically rehashing the connections between Honkai and Genshin again. It's kind of where I wanted to go with it originally. Now I have slightly different plans, so I'm a little glad I waited, but at the same time, oh my god, I want to get it over with. Because I am gonna go a very different route this time around. So there's that. The next videos on the schedule actually look a bit more like. Hang on, I want to talk about this a little bit, just in terms of like videos and what I'm doing, because it's a brand new year, time to do new things, all that kind of stuff, right. So, one thing I want to do this year is up my content release. And something else I've been really struggling with on this channel is that, like, I'll learn all of these really neat little tidbits that just don't fit anywhere. Like, they don't fit into any one big proper theory. They're just, like, things I want to talk about, things that I think are really cool to share, and may have some kind of significance, but I just don't have enough to make something that's, like, worth spending, you know, all this time making this big, well-crafted, 20-minute heavily edited kind of feature on. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna revive a series I tried to do early on called Lore Bits, which were basically just that, little tiny bits of lore that I would find. I kind of abandoned it because what was happening with that was that there were other channels that were doing the same thing and garnering more interest in it. So I figured I would just not try to, not so much steal their, it's not really stealing audiences. It's not really stealing content either. It's just, I didn't really want to step on their toes. That's a better way to put it. So I kind of abandoned it. But this is going to be a little bit different. I was going to call it Theory Bits, but that doesn't sound as cool. So it's going to be Lore Bits. Basically what they're going to be are these slightly more free-form, I don't want to call them lower effort, but they are going to be less heavily edited bits of lore and theories that don't really fit anywhere else and may not even have like a solid conclusion, but are still really interesting to think about. Aster does a lot of things like this. She does almost like some podcast style videos and stuff. So I'm kind of taking a leaf out of her book for this. So that's one thing I'm going to be doing. I have 2 things already written, and one of them is recorded. And I just need to talk to my editor about it because I kind of would like him to edit them so that I'm making better use of his time as well as mine. So those will be starting. Basically, the TLDR on that is that you're just going to get more content from me. It might not be, like, exactly what you're used to, but it's more content from me. And it's still going to be fun and still interesting and all that kind of stuff. So there's that. And the other thing is, current videos I am working on are, well, 2 of those aforementioned videos. The next one is a Scaramouche video with a complete analysis, minus the recap, because we have already done the recap. I'm not doing it again. That was a trip as it was. So I'm doing that. And then following that, I will be doing the final part of the whole God of Time series, where we actually go to Ethiopia. We're going to do that. And then after that, I think by the time I get through that, we're basically going to be in 3.4, and we're going to have to go focus again on the desert lore again. So world structure will probably get put off to the side again a little bit. Hopefully not for that long. But that's my current plan. So hopefully that pans out, because I've really been struggling with my schedule, because Sumeru has been a horrendous toll on my consistency, like, as a whole. And it hasn't helped that I had, like, a couple of months at work that I was just, like, ridiculously busy, because my project managers kind of screwed up my timelines.
Take it.
And
have fun.
yeah, that kind of screwed everything else up. So yeah. There's that. Sorry, that was really long. That was very long. I'm trying to catch up. I'm sorry. Where am I? Where am I? Fireball 1765. You're very close to being a Fahrenheit 451, aren't you? Thanks for the super chat. What did you think about the multiple holes in Alhaitham's plan in 3.2? For example, if they checked all the knowledge capsules related to him, or how it relied on the academia not sharing info. I think the thing... Okay, so I'm going to compare Alhaitham to Kokomi for a minute. And then I gotta let my dogs in, because they're scratching at the door. In Inazuma, Kokomi was made out to be a brilliant strategist, right? Like, she's supposed to be obsessed with strategy. She reads books like The Art of War. She does, you know, like all that kind of stuff. She loves strategy. The problem was we never actually got to see her do anything strategic, right? We were just told she's brilliant, and that's it. And with Alhaitham, we kind of got the opposite, where we were told, I'm not really great at this stuff, but like, yeah, this is kind of a risky plan that may work, it may not. And so it was kind of expected that it would be full of holes, because they didn't make him out to be some kind of grand, you know, thing. Like, he flat out says, yeah, I mean, it's super risky, like to the point where Sino doesn't even want to do it. So I think that part's fine. What I actually liked about Alhaitham's plan, and why I think there's actually less holes in it than you'd think, has to do with the fact that he's in the academia, right? He's very well acquainted with basically everyone in it and how they operate. Like, that's just how he operates, is by watching how everyone else operates. So because he's so steeped in the academia and he's like an integral part of their daily life, I feel like he just had the confidence that these kinds of things would never be an issue. You know? I don't know what this thing's going. I don't want to solve this puzzle right now. I don't have any brain power. So, like, yes, I mean, they could have checked the knowledge capsules, but, I mean, we're working on the assumption that Alhaitham probably knows that they tend not to. Or, like, statistically speaking, there was a damn good chance they wouldn't even try. And if they did, I'm sure he had a backup. But, as the saying goes, know thy enemy. Because even if you end up with a plan that seems to be really bad, it could just be really good because you understand someone's psychology. And just how they work. So that's kind of where I'm at with Alhaitham. He's literally the antithesis of Kokomi. Like, not really the antithesis, but he's just the opposite of Kokomi in terms of execution. I was pleasantly surprised by it, actually. But yeah, anyway. Arturo, thank you for your super chat as well. And it's gone. Okay, yep. Thank you, YouTube. Thanks for being a little pain in my bottom. And not the nice kind. Before anyone says anything. I won! Hang on. What am I doing? Okay. Happy New Year! Wanted to tell that, trying to get to pity on Skara banner, I ended up with him and lost Ayato. Is Skara good at C0 in your opinion? I have him with Lost Prayers. Yes. I am running him at C0 right now on this EU account. And I got him actually on this EU account specifically because I wanted to prove that C0 is perfectly viable. So, a couple things to note. C0 Scaramouche is basically, in my opinion, a far more flexible version of Zhao. He's more flexible in terms of his team compositions and partners that he can run. He's more flexible in terms of how you can use him, because he's built around attack speed and he's a Nemo, so you can technically just use him as like an on-field driver like Sucrose, minus the EM boosting. But I'm pretty sure he gets more swirls. I actually haven't counted, and I should. Kind of hard to on this one. But like if you really kind of max out his attack speed, I'm pretty sure he ends up with more swirls than Sucrose, but I could be wrong. Either way, he will do more damage than Sucrose overall, which makes him a bit more flexible about single target versus multi-target, even if you use him just as a driver. One thing I will point out is that, like, you can base... I'm not good at doing it on a controller, so it looks really slow. Because of the way I have to press hold. There we go. There we go. So I'm not really good at chaining his charge attacks together because of the way my controller is and the way I have to like press hold with timing. But you can kind of like semi-animation cancel his charge attacks. So you can get a lot of them out. And a C0 Scaramouche with a Desert Pavilion set, even with mediocre set stats on it, can easily crank out with minimal supports like 30 to 40k charged attacks really, really fast. And because he's not reliant on his burst, he's not energy dependent like Xiao is, which again makes him more flexible. And just little things like that, you know? So he is good. Is he broken? No. But he's good. You can kind of, like, again, you can just treat him as a more flexible Xiao that doesn't have energy issues. That's like the best way I think you can think about it. The one thing I will say is I don't think he needs a shield if you know what you're doing. Once you get the hang of it, and once he has his Ascension 4 passive. I am crying right now because I don't have his Ascension form. I'm not high enough AR in order to get it. It's so upsetting. Yeah, once you have his Ascension 4, like, dodging becomes kind of a non-issue. It becomes really easy to just kind of, like, float around with him without getting hit and without getting stunned too much. He does take a little getting used to, though, because he doesn't play like many other characters. So he does feel a little uncomfortable in the beginning, but after a while you get the hang of him and he just feels nice. He feels really smooth once you kind of, like, work through your muscle memory issues that you have from every other character you've played in this game so far. For me, it was very similar to how with Fischl, I have to remember to like use her burst and swap instantly, as opposed to, you know, using her burst and then using her skill like you do with every other character. And even now, I have a hard time remembering to like insta swap off of Fischl. But yeah, no, he's good. He's a good pull. And honestly, if you get him and all you use him for is overworld stuff, I think he's still well worth it, because he's like power crept Yelan in terms of exploration, as I have illustrated a few times here. When it comes to Liwa and stuff, you don't even need Geo Traveler for a lot of these puzzles, or even in Mondstadt, you can basically like Wanderer float right over the wind currents and stuff. You don't need to worry about any of that anymore. So it's like, it's super power creep for that. So even if you just pull him for exploration, I think it's worth it.
Quit following me.
And actually, this is a hot take too, that I think probably not many meta-heavy players will agree with, but I could be wrong on this. I actually think he's fairly budget-friendly. I'm running him right now with Widsith. And while I don't really like Widsith all that much, it's kind of what I have. And I mean, it's just a stat stick, but he still does really well with it. So, there's that. Fischl's gonna keep you guys company for a minute. Just for a minute. I gotta get puppies. They're outside and they want to come in. They're like, meh, we don't want to be out here anymore. It's cold. you doing? What you doing, cutie? Hi, you're a good boy. Hi, pretty lily.
I do worry about the
Who's the pretty
well-being of
bear?
my retinue during
Who's
my
the pretty
impromptu
bear? You
absence.
are. You're the
I'm
prettiest
sure the
bear,
good
huh?
people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine,
He's
Main
a pretty
Foydai.
bear. Yes, he is. Hi. Hi, Bugs. Hi, Bugs. Oh, God, you're all wet. Now my hands are all wet. Anyway, sorry, long tangent. Super long tangent. Yes, worthwhile. Lost Prayers is actually not that far off his preferred weapon either. If you have a C6 Yunjin
I created another universe.
and Zhongli, honestly, double Geo is actually really fantastic on him if you don't really care about swirl reactions. I'm gonna stop talking about him now. Because if I don't, it's gonna be a problem. Yeah, I should actually maybe do ley lines too, but we'll see. Don Magno Salazar, thank you for your superest of chattiest chit-chats of your chit-chats. Any tips to prepare for Natlan lore? I want to go deep in theorizing about that place, already researching war gods. I think the theory community right now is kind of split on what they think Natlan is going to cover. So I can only really tell you what I think it's going to cover. And I'll give you a little bit of a reason why. I think it's going to be a bit like Sumeru in that I think it's going to cover the Americas, South, Central, and parts of North. I've heard a lot of people suggest that it's going to be Africa because the Natlan character in Travail is named Jansen, and that's a Yoruban name. But the problem with that assumption is that it kind of ignores everything else so far that we know about Natlan and the name and everything else. Because the name itself kind of sounds pretty Mayan or Aztec. So, you know, like pretty Central America. But there was actually a period of time where there were a lot of ships coming from Africa, Yoruba area, and going over to South America. And so Yoruban was actually spoken of in South and parts of Central America for a very long time. And actually still today, that is still the case. So I am thinking if you want to brush up on Aztec, Incan, Mayan lore, really anything South Central America, you'll probably be pretty good. If you go into North America, I would say if you're going to look into any of the native cultures there, I would look into the Anasazis. I think that might be relevant. But yeah, I think Sumeru is actually incorporating probably as much of Africa as Genchin will, which is a little bit sad because for a game that has a lot of representation, you know, Africa is one place that has very little representation in popular culture and games especially. So it would have been nice for that, but I don't think that's what we're gonna get. But yeah, that's where I would go. Fireball, welcome back. Thank you again for another super chat. As a Yae Miko main, I'd like to hear your opinion on Yae Miko's playstyle and her personality. Oh god. You were asking someone who's not particularly fond of Miko. I hope you know that. I'm gonna die. I'm trying to be a bow main, and I am not a bow main. Yep. Okay. Bye. Yep. Okay. Fischl's not that leveled, which is probably not helpful. Okay. Miko is interesting, and that's probably like as nice as I'll get for. I don't really like Miko, like in general. I think she's interesting as a character. I don't like the trope that she represents. so much. I also really didn't care much for parts of her story quest because I feel like the way she goes about things is a bit, I don't know, it's kind of abrasive in a way that I don't enjoy too much. Some people do, and that's totally fine. Like, I think she's a perfectly fine character. As for her playstyle, I think her playstyle is fine. I mean, I like her quite well as a unit. It's just Inazuma itself wasn't a particularly great experience for me, and I think I got a little bit soured on Miko because she basically, in my opinion, cannibalized quite a bit of the, how do I put this? The Watatsumi Resistance's reason for existing. Because basically, like, we started doing stuff for Watatsumi, and then all of a sudden we're Miko's errand boy. And it just didn't feel great. And that's not really her fault as a character. It's just kind of like a weird choice that Hoyo made with her. I don't know. I just... I'm not particularly fond of her. I know that's not really, like, the thing you'd like to hear, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
Too slow.
Anyway, on that note, I hate these things more. I don't even want to fight them. Anyway, sorry. I'm gonna move on now. Yep. Ciro's Gold. Thanks for the super chat. Alhaitham, the true reincarnation of Ruka Devata. I don't know what that's in context to, but that's actually would be kind of funny. They both do kind of look peacock-ish. Well, Alhaitham does have a lot of peacock stuff on him, but the whole Ruka peacock thing is more speculation on my part. So there's that, I guess. There's a lot of peacocks in Genchin.
Too slow.
It's actually kind of weird when you stop to think about like how many there are. Whoa. That did not go well. Can I knock you down? Hi. Nope. He healed. I'm gonna go. Goodbye.
Oz, reveal thy
Barbados, guide us.
I had such a downer moment. Now I'm kind of like I don't know what to say. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Unnecessary.
Speaking of, maybe we'll do this for a little bit. Oh, right. Tachibana, question. Since Skara's lore quest was technically an Archon quest and not his personal story quest, will we get another quest about him? It happened with Kazuha. Yes. Interludes are not story quests. Which also means that we will be getting a quest for Shenhe as well eventually. I'm not quite sure what denotes what kind of character will get an interlude versus a story quest or any of that kind of stuff. Because, like, Yelan was introduced with an interlude, but she still got her story quest released at the same time. So I'm like, I'm not quite sure what the rules are, but it is worth noting that, you know, interludes are not story quests, and story quests are not interlude quests. So,
Quit following me.
Yeah, he'll get one.
Too slow.
For sure.
Quit following me.
For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. I have no doubts about that. When we'll get it, though, who the hell knows? There's a lot of quests we're still waiting on. I mean, obviously, the obvious one is Venti's second story quest. But the ones we don't think so much about are, like, Kaching's story quest? Where's hers? Where's hers? And then there's friggin', like, Chi-Chi. Where's Chi-Chi's story quest? Like, we saw her in the Archon quest, and that's, like, the only time we've had, you know, significant interaction with her, which is kind of unfortunate.
Dodge this.
Who else is missing one? I feel like there are more that are missing them that are, like, more prominent. Or maybe it's just
Unnecessary.
Wanderer, Shinha, Chi-Chi, Kaching. Is that it? That doesn't sound right. Now I gotta look. We have Mona's. We don't have Kaching's. We don't have Venti's second one. We have Klee's. We have Child's. Yes, we do. I had to think about that one. We have Albedo's. We have these. We have these. We have Eula. Yeah, okay, so it's just those ones. Because we have Miko's. We have Sino's. We have Milu's. Yeah. So it's basically just Kaching, Chi-Chi, Shinha, and Wanderer right now that don't have story quests. I don't know what the significance of that is. Or if there is any. If there is any, I'm not sure what it is. Burn swirl, burn swirl. Yay! I have no idea what quest I'm doing right now. It's just some random quest I picked up. Yep. Beto's hangout event or demo when? Beto kind of got shafted, man. She doesn't even have a TCG card. It's hard to tell if they like her and they're like saving all of her stuff for something really cool, or if they hate her. It's so hard to say. Who can say? But yeah, Fireball, thank you. Thank you for that. I want more Beto stuff.
Destiny has brought me hither.
I was trying to use Beto with Scara for a while. I wanted to be a flying Electro Season mage with him. I thought that'd be really cool. That was like my one. I wanted to do that. That was my one thing. But her energy requirements are a little high without a battery, and I wasn't sure I had the right things for that. So that was unfortunate, but oh well. Oh well. Greg, thank you for the super chat. Do you think we'll get another underground area like Enkanomiya before Fontaine? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you gotta remember, like, half of the desert is underground. Half of it is underground. All the interesting areas are underground anyway. The thing to remember, I think, is that we're bound to go to that tornado sand thingamabob in the desert that you can see off in the distance. We're bound to go there, like, soon, in a patch or two. And that's not leaked information or anything. That's just based off deduction. If you follow Genchin long enough, you'll realize that they have a pattern to, like, how and when they release things. And this just so happens to fit their pattern. Like, we're due for a new area soon. Which sounds weird to say, because I feel like we've gotten so many new areas. But, like, yeah. It's more like the scale of the areas that they give us have gone up. Like they're just giving us bigger areas now than they used to. But I'm expecting another chasm-sized area. I'll assume that the next desert area we get to, we're gonna have like a bunch of underground stuff. I'll be very surprised if we don't. Extremely surprised. It feels so weird to say this, but I need all of these things. Oh yeah, Beto does have a hangout. Oh my god, I can't. Oh jeez. That's right, she does, doesn't she? Where am I? What? Oh. Oh my god. How long have you been playing this game again? Yeah, there she is. She does have a hangout, that's right. Oops. I always trigger this scene wrong. I triggered it wrong the first. I actually did the entire chasm, and then I was leaving the chasm one day and triggered that scene. And I was like, "What is happening? What happened?" I didn't realize like I was supposed to start here. Yeah, I did not mean to do that. Oh, Xinyan hangout. Oh my god. Firewall, thank you. Yeah. I'd say Xinyan gets shafted, but like she actually kind of doesn't. Like I know she doesn't have a story quest a hangout or anything, but like she has been in 2 really good events. Which feels weird. Like she's been in she was in the Labyrinth Warriors event for one. With Child, which is just a weird choice for that, but okay, there she was. And then she was in the last Golden Apple Archipelago. So like she doesn't really get shafted. But it kind of still feels like she does. But I feel like that's kind of the case for a lot of characters that have less overall lore relevance, you know? Like Yoimiya, for example, doesn't feel like she gets a whole lot of love as a 5-star. But like when you really think about it, why does it feel like she doesn't get that way? And it's basically because, you know. Oh wait, I wanted to hang on. It's basically because she's a normal person, right? Like she's not an half immortal adepti. She's not the leader of the Liwa Chising. She's not like she doesn't have that. You know what I mean? She doesn't have a connection to any of these fairy tale books we have or whatever. So there's lots of stuff like that, which I think is interesting. I feel like I need these two. Is that right? I need one more of those.
I created another universe and founded paradise.
Oh wait, can I do Ayato though? Can I level? Can I level? Oh, I can. Oh, I way overdid the water things. Okay, that's fine. Okay. This guy's ready. I'm getting there slowly but surely. One at a time. This might take a while. Okay, so I need hydrohypostasis. I will need some electrohypostasis. So maybe we'll do hypostases, even though I'm very bad at them with these teams. I also need Noctiluctus Jade. I need fire ones. I don't think I have any. I'm gonna need a lot of them because I need to do Bennett too. Actually, we should probably just do the. I should probably do the Pyro Regisfine. Actually, that sounds like a good idea. Did you guys remember? I totally forgot about this. I forgot Alrani was someone that we had met in Liwa. She was actually like in a cage and you had to free her from a bunch of treasure hoarders. I forgot that was her. I forgot all about it. I forgot all about it. I felt so bad. Octoprince, thanks for the super chat. Do you think we'll get another Fatui artifact set in the future, like with Pale Flame? Oh yeah, for sure. We'll get a bunch. I have no doubt. Need these. I don't need any Geo, so we'll ignore them for now. I guess we can buy a billet. I'll get this one. Yeah. Cool. Got a bunch of stuff. Neato, 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 neato. Hydro character. Ooh, I can give him a Heart of Depth thing. You guys want to see some sad, sad builds? This is so sad. Oh, this makes me so sad. Yep. Good old AR. Whatever the hell AR this is. I'm okay actually sacrificing this. I'm fine with that. Mostly just because this feather doesn't look bad. Rest in pieces. That's okay. All right. Well, I got some stuff. I guess it's really sad that I'm leveling this, but you have to understand I don't have a whole lot to work with here. Yeah, but we're totally getting another Fatui set. Like there's no question. There's no question at all. Okay. Wait.
What's that?
Okay. Let's go do Regis-Fine. Memaholic! What is with Genchin and being underground? Listen. Caves are awesome. That was like the one thing I really didn't like about Breath of the Wild is that there was nothing underground. Ever.
Too slow.
Like, there's no caves. I'm just like, why can't I go in caves? You've got this huge world and there's like no caves? What the hell? I hated it. I didn't hate Breath of the Wild. I just hated the fact I couldn't go in caves. That's all.
Quit following me.
Cascade.
Oh, this feels weird.
Wind, hear me.
This feels weird.
Will be frozen in time. Squall and fury.
Kaya, I'm forever going to be upset that your burst doesn't go up. It's so frustrating to me. I hate the fact that Kaya's burst follows me up in the air. It's so pointless. Shang Ling's doesn't. Why does his? Super annoying. Look, I got another one. Look at this horrendous drop rate. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Alright. I also need this one, so we'll go up here. I remember the generic NPCs. Yes, Fireball. Yes, I do. Of course I remember generic NPCs. Like, some of them are actually very interesting and actually really cool. Alrani is one of them. There are a few NPCs in this game that are worth remembering. Alrani is one of them. If you guys have done Golden Slumber,
Too slow.
Jet and Jabril are two more. Like, I was not paying attention. Anyway. But yeah, no, I pay attention to them. I mean, I don't remember all of them. That would be ridiculous. But, I mean, I know a lot of them.
Be still.
I know a lot of them. Okay.
Kamisato Aki. Suiyu.
Freeze.
You just want to like see someone mash buttons. I guess you're in the right place. Yep.
You're dead.
Yep. Uh-huh. Dead. That's me. Totally dead.
Cascade.
Whoops. I was trying to like swap and do burst, and then I did not do that very well. Oh well.
Barely a scratch.
Who wants to play punch up? I'm gonna punch up. Punch. If it punches me, Jean will punch it back. Like that! I was too slow.
I swear by my sword.
I wanted to punch it. I did not punch it very well. Gimme. Zudus! Hello, thank you for the chit-chat super. Lisa Sumeru backstory when? Yes. That's, I'll read the rest of this, but I have words. I have words to say. Also, they need to give us more Hexen Circle. Are you familiar with The Witcher and the Lodge of the Sorceresses? Gives me the same vibe, pulling the strings in the background. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with The Witcher. I've played through it very briefly once. And when I say I've played through it, I mean I watched somebody play through it once, and I don't remember much of it. Because I wanted to know what it was about, but I didn't actually want to play it. So I just kind of just watch someone else play it. I'll do something else while they do it. And that didn't actually work out all that well, because I obviously don't remember anything. I don't remember shit. Who's surprised? Not me, that's for sure.
What's the hurry? Dodge this.
Certainly not me. Yeah, I'm intimately acquainted with witches, though. Like, just in general. So their sussiness is not lost on me. I gotta run. No! Oh, every time. Every time. Oh, well. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know why I did that. That's silly. I've got double an emo on this team, I just realized. Very dumb. Very done. Yep, I'm not bright. It's okay. You guys don't watch me because I'm smart, right? Like, that's not a thing. It looks like a Christmas tree. Look at it. Pretty little Christmas tree. Trying to kill me.
The wind rises.
Trying to kill me, num. Woohoo! Sorry, I'm not actually paying attention. Yeah, so one thing I'm really actually annoyed about with Genshin is the fact that they just have not really leveraged the starter trio very much. Like, they've set them up to be leveraged, which is the part that annoys me, actually. Because, like, obviously, Lisa is a brilliant choice for... Oh, shoot. I spaced the fact I was supposed to do this. So it doesn't heal.
The wind rises.
Ow.
Amusing.
But they set Lisa up so perfectly to, like, lead us into Sumeru and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, Amber is... like a quarter Liwa blood or something like that, right? Like, she could have led us into Liwa. Kaya's obviously Conrian, and I'm losing hope that he'll actually be relevant by the time we friggin' get there. Because, you know, Lisa should have led us to Sumeru. She really should have. She should have introduced us. She should have just, like, even if that's all she did was just, like, write us a letter of recommendation or something. It still feels like that should have been what happened, and that's just not what happened. Whoops. Whoa, he lived. Crazy. Whoops. Wrong character. He lived. No HP, but he lived. Cool. Maybe more of these would be nice. How much resin do I have? One more boss. Let's go fight the flower again. Yeah, Amber is Kale's friend too. So like they've got all this set up, right? But they just don't do anything with it with the starter trio, and it's so annoying because they don't have to do much. They just have to be like, oh, we're going to Sumeru. Maybe we should ask Lisa about it. She studied there, right? And then she could give us a very brief overview of that with a letter of recommendation. Maybe that could have been what we gave to Tignari. And he'd be like, oh, you know, Lisa. Well, all right then. Right? And that could have just been it. I would have been so much happier. It's so frustrating. Anyway. I digress. I digress. I'm so bad at using charge attacks. It's like not even funny.
Don't get frostbite.
Cascade.
Come down here. Come down here. There he is.
Squall Fury.
Yay. Yeah. Sorry. little mini rant for today, I guess. Nothing really interesting. Cool. Got some stuff. Hooray! Things were gotten. I spent resin. Woohoo. So much to do in there. I don't want to do any of that. Oh, speaking of things I should probably do. I gotta do these two things, and then I can go on to the next chapter. Maybe we should do that. Let's go defeat the hypostasis down here. This will be fun, guys. This is gonna be fun. Fireball, thank you again. Jesus, that's a lot of super chats tonight. I'm gonna cut you off there, buddy. I think you've had one too many. I'm just messing. I want to take. I don't want to take Goro. I could. We'll take Noelle. Oh, maybe that's a bad idea. She's not built at all. This will be interesting. He says, I remember Timmy, Wagner, Flora, Catherine, Cyrus, and Cyrus, the Sumpter Beast. Most of those are just from Mondstadt. I mean, like, you should at least remember, like, the characters like Tirzad, you know? Like, you should remember them. Anyone who doesn't remember them, I'm gonna say right now, you probably button mashed your way through that quest. What's your opinion of Raiden as a character? I'm sure the 1% of people don't really like her. I'm mixed on Raiden. I don't love her, but I definitely don't hate her. Obviously, I am far more of a fan of her creations than her. But I think a lot of the reason why I have a hard time with her. Oh. I wasn't paying attention. That's what happens when you're not paying attention. I just realized something. That I am being kind of silly. I guess the TLDR here is Raiden's fine. It's just that I'm just not a fan of how her arc was written. I don't really think her character translated well into English.
It was my honor
I tried.
to serve you.
Okay, well, I tried. We're gonna cheat now. We're gonna cheat now. And I'm also gonna get some food, because Noelle is dead. So... I'm allowed. This is gonna make breaking the pillars very difficult, isn't it? Hi. Whoops. I did not dodge. You can get the thing to, like, shoot its own pillar. Oh well. But, you know, she like, in general, Raiden just isn't the type of trope I like in a character, for the most part. That's basically what it boils down to. Like, I didn't think her arc was handled that well. I didn't think Inazuma was... Inazuma struggled from a lot of things, and I think it hurt Raiden more than it hurt a lot of other things. I don't know.
Dodge this. The wind rises.
Actually, I do have a small rant actually about Raiden, which actually isn't about her as a character. It's actually about So when I said I didn't think that she was she translated very well into English, I meant something kind of specific by that. In her first story quest, we got a lot of flack for it basically being translated as a date. And in a lot of ways, it kind of was. But that's mostly because of how we've, in the West at the very least, been kind of... How do I put this? It's just how we read things. The issue with her first quest is more like she was supposed to be written as being very philosophical.
Too slow.
And instead comes off as kind of airheaded, right? And I think the philosophical portion came off better in
Wind, hear me.
came off better in Chinese and Japanese and maybe even Korean than it did in English. I have never had to fight this guy without Zhongli. Full disclosure. So there's that. And I'm very guilty of that opinion of her too, that like her first quest was a date. Like I've even said that before. It took me kind of like going through her quest a couple of times to understand what exactly was going on with it and what they were trying to do with it. And so now I get it, and I just don't think they localize the quest for a Western audience very well. Like, okay, I'll put it in perspective so that this kind of makes a bit more sense. If you compare Raiden's quest to Ito's quest, you can kind of tell that, you know, Western audiences will be a lot happier with Ito's quest. Like, they understood the point of Ito's quest. Right? It was very straightforward. Like, it made sense to them. The problem is that we're very accustomed, or at least I am, in the US, to having things really explicitly stated to us. Like, it kind of needs to be spelled out for us a little bit more. What the point is and that kind of stuff. Like, we're not very good at reading in between the lines. So Ito, who's a very straightforward character by nature, has, you know, there's a lot of flashy stuff in his quest. There's a lot of tropey kind of action hero kind of things going on, you know? And because of that, it's very easy to understand him. And it's very easy to, like, enjoy his quest without having to, like, think about it. But A's first story quest, you actually really did have to think about. Like, she was asking things, like, questions that are kind of deep, but, like, it's hard to understand why they're deep unless you, like, stop and really think about it. So that's part of why I think, it's not great of them to have localized it the way they did, because she just read as an airhead instead of as, like, a deep thinker asking these really profound questions. So I think a lot of my issue with her is kind of a failure of the localization team. But that's another discussion entirely. I probably didn't explain that all that well, but that's where I'm at with A. Yeah. Anyway. It's hard to articulate my thoughts on it, honestly. I don't need the drop. I don't have any geo. Well, I guess I have Noel, but I have no intention of building Noel, so that's why we're not doing that. I wanted to beat it for the adventure book. You have to beat the geohypostasis in single player for the adventure log. I know it's been a long time since anyone here has actually done the adventure log, but, like, that is a thing. I never actually collected this for today. That's yep. Smart of me. Very smart of me. Anyway. Yeah, I wish they'd add another chapter to the adventure log. I want them to add, or just even the ability to, like, refresh it would be cool. That'd be cool. There's lots of little things like that I'd love to see them do. Let's see. The last thing I have to do for this thing is beat a artifact domain, like, several times. So, an artifact domain. Which artifact domain is, like, supremely easy for me to deal with in my current state? Honestly, probably the viridescent one. I'm not going to claim drops from here, but, like, yeah. Seems the problem is only in the US because here me and my German friends can claim to understand her quest. Yeah, listen, it's not super widespread, but the thing is, it depends on where you are and, like, kind of just what your initial media culture is. In the US, we're definitely more in your face. And I think that's true of a lot of Western cultures, but definitely not all of them. And I won't say that, like, every person who lives in the US is not going to understand her story quest. That's just silly. But it's a little bit about subverting expectations, right? Like, you can basically not pay much attention to Ito's story quest, and you'll still get what happens. I'm just doing this to clear. I'm not actually doing this for any, like...
The threads of your fate lie in my
Yeah.
hand.
I'm just doing this for the book. I'm not actually going to claim resin or anything. Yeah, so
Quit following me.
Ace Quest, you actually have to read through. You actually have to, like, look at it line by line, and you have to pay attention, because if you don't pay attention, I mean, it does feel very much like a date. And that's, there's nothing technically inherently wrong with that, but it's also not what they were going for. So, yeah. There's a lot of enemies in here. Maybe I've made an error. I've made an error in my judgment.
By royal decree.
Dodge this.
Made an error in my judgment. How many enemies are in this thing? Holy cow, 23? This was a mistake. I don't like the other domains, though. And I haven't unlocked Crimson Witch yet. It's the other one I do.
Gods reveal thyself.
Wah. Wah.
That's far enough.
So yeah, that's my thoughts on A. I do think she's a very fascinating character. But again, she's not a trope I like all that much.
I swear by my sword.
That guy's going to town, isn't he?
Squall and fury.
Guy's really going to town. No, you can't discuss leaks here. Don't do it. It's in the rules. It's in the description box. Don't do that.
Too slow. Quit following me. Quit following me.
Do I agree with the theory that Tsaritsa is or used to be the god of love? No, I think she's more likely to be a god of mercy. The reason why people say that she's the god of love is because of the line in Travail that says she has no love left for her people. And I get it. I mean, that might be what they're going for, but it kind of doesn't feel like a proper ideal for an Archon. So I'm kind of skeptical of it, I guess you could say.
What you got?
By royal decree.
Freeze. The wind rises.
So I guess I don't really subscribe to it all that much. It just feels weird. It just feels super weird if that's her ideal. Like, what's your ideal? Oh, I'm the god of contracts. I believe in all that. You know, like, I'm the god of freedom, people like free will, all this kind of stuff. I'm the god of eternity. I think, you know. But, like, then it's like, oh, I'm the god of love. It's like, well, okay.
Quit following me.
Isn't the Archons and a god's job to love their people anyway? Like, how is that an ideal? That's kind of why I'm a little skeptical of it being her ideal. It feels like a weird choice if they go that way. I don't know. Could they go that way? Absolutely.
Freeze.
That said, though, Travail is quite different in other languages. So the whole no love left for the people thing isn't exactly like always what it talks about.
As you wish,
You know? So I don't know. It's just one of those theories that like happened really early on in Genchin's lifespan, and then it just kind of took hold. And everyone was like, "Oh, this is a fact." And it's like, "Wait, no, it's not. It's not a fact. I mean, it's probable, but it's not a fact." But everyone just kind of like took it as a fact. There's that one. There's another one too. I can't remember what it is for right now, but Rose Gold. Thanks for the super chat. Imagine Hania and Shroom Buddies as playable characters. Yeah, exactly. That'd be super cool. I have a shroom on my team. I want to have like one of those little puppets that goes on my gadget slot, right? And then that gadget slot like attacks people just like constant, like little like Nakida's thing in the friggin' Wanderher boss fight or the Scaramouche boss fight.
Know your place.
I want like a little turret.
Cool it.
It would be cool.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Wom wom wom. Ow. Hey, that was rude. What do you think of Dotori lore? Last time asking because I don't want to look like a spammer. Oh, sorry. I don't always get to all the questions, guys. I go on a lot of tangents, and then I don't always see everything that's in chat, and then I get really behind, and you know.
By royal decree.
It's kind of a vague question, though. What do I think of Dotori lore? I think Dotori lore is one of those, the biggest what the fuck moments in Genshin, honestly. Like, when you really think about it, basically, anytime we get new lore about that guy, it's always, like, the most ridiculous thing.
Wind, hear me.
Like, first you realize, oh, you know, the guy actually has clones. By the way, the guy that you thought he was, the guy that we were, like, fighting in the manga, that's not even him. It's just a clone. So first off, we get clones. And then second, it's like, oh no, now apparently he has, like, mental gymnastic-y sorts of things. Oh, by the way, he's number 2. He's not just, like, a crazy mad scientist kind of bumming around doing whatever. No, he's number 2. And then you're like, oh, by the way, he was really popular in school. Girls loved him. Oh, by the way, he's not actually a doctor. He's a mechanic. Oh, hey, by the way, he killed a girl who really liked him. Strangled her. On a picnic. Because she got in the way of him and his robots. So that's wild. And then, oh, hey, by the way, he's like over 500 years old. Oh, and he was responsible for the things at Tatarasuna. Great. Now, what else is he gonna be responsible for? So, like, every time we get a new piece of Dotori lore, it's like the biggest what moment, you know? That's what I think of Dotori lore. Just what the. Yeah, that. Yep, that's it. Yeah. Forged weapons. Forged weapons. I don't want to do that. That sounds silly. Upgrade the statues of 7 in Mondstadt to level 9. Yeah, that's gonna be a while there, buddy. That's gonna be a while. It's going to be a hot minute. Why do I keep opening that? I don't know. Do I think there'll be a Tlalocon in Natlan? I don't know. So here's the thing. I have a pretty wide smattering of knowledge of things, especially if they're mythological and stuff, but I don't know everything, and I will not pretend to know everything, and a lot of things I don't get a chance to, like, study until we get closer to that region. So, like, my knowledge of Aztec and Mayan and Incan mythologies is not as great as I would like it to be. And I can't really answer questions on it. That's the problem. And the burning of the tree in the trailer, what do I think about it? There's 2 possibilities. I'm going to tell you what I think would be neat. Well, actually, there's 3 possibilities. The first possibility is that it's actually referring to Scaramouche. The tree. Because, you know, he deleted himself and everything, so maybe he's burning his Irminsul branch. I don't know. Like that is a distinct possibility. But on the other hand, the other possibility is that it just hasn't happened yet. That we actually haven't seen the whole Irminsul thing burning. That's possible. However, what's more likely, as much as it pains me to say it, is that the whole Irminsul burning thing might be more like that, like symbolic, or more like that one scene in the Inazuma teasers, which, like, do you guys remember this? Like, in the original Inazuma teasers, there was like this one scene where the traveler was underwater and they were like looking at this giant shadow in the water, and we thought the traveler was gonna like drown at some point in the story. Do you guys remember that?
Unnecessary.
That scene never happened. So it's very possible that that's what the burning of the tree is something like that. Something that just never happened. Just done for symbolic effect. I don't know. Anyway, heck, thank you. Thank you for your super chat. No, I had to zoom in for that one. Number 1. Oh, that's a cute little fox. Thank you. I appreciate that. What am I doing? I'm going over here. Octoprince, thank you again for the super chattiest of chit-chats. After you finish all the theories you're working on for right now, is the next stuff you're going to talk about be Fontaine or something else? That depends on a few things. I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to get a new area, and with new area comes new lore. That will take precedence. So that will probably be the next one that I work on. More desert lore. And then I think see, we're in 3.4. We're going into 3.4. So we've probably got at least 3 versions before Fontaine. Oh, I did not find Star Conscious. Oh, I guess I did. I had some. Interesting. I did not know I had those. Okay. Let's see. We got like 2 or 3 patches before we get to Fontaine, at least. I think that means we're due to get at least one more new area, like new expansion area, like a chasm or a dragon spine type thing. Oh, I can choose my meat. Cool. Yeah, so I think there's that. I think it's gonna be a couple of patches before I start thinking about Fontaine. Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm stuck. I don't want to climb the ladder. But yeah, I've got a lot of really interesting little tidbits I want to talk about. But we'll see. I usually just kind of play it by ear. There's so much lore in the game right now that I can basically throw a dart and find a topic. I also have like a bunch of backlogged stuff that I just haven't had time to do because everything else taking priority. Like the world structure theory, obviously, the final part for that still isn't out. Yep, so there's that one. I promised everyone a deep dive analysis of Kaya a while ago. By a while ago, I mean like a year ago. So that's still a thing that should probably happen. Little things like that, I guess. That's probably what I'm going to work on. Yeah. Zudis, thank you for the super chat. First bit of lore story that you fell in love with and made you want to get into the lore of Genchin. For me, it was Havre, God of Salt story.
All clear as far as the
For me, I really like this God of Salt, but it was actually Dainsleif. Dainsleif was the I think the thing that made me go, oh, I gotta pay attention. I actually have to pay attention, and that's when I started like getting a lot of ideas. But the character that really made me pay attention to lore was actually Scaramouche, which is part of why he's my favorite. He like there's a reason why I like him. But yeah, when I saw Unreconciled Stars, I didn't really understand what was going on. I figured like they'd just explain it, and I didn't think that the story would always be inaccessible or anything like that. And I just thought like he was such an asshole. And I was like, this guy's fun. He's gonna be a fun villain. And then he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you this guy is like fake, and then I'm just gonna go poof, bye. And I'm like, wait, you can't just do that.
I just tell it like it is.
And then we get to Dainsleif, and I'm like, oh, okay. I gotta sit down and like actually talk about things. So, I would not be here doing lore if it wasn't for Scaramouche. So everybody say thank you, Scaramouche, in the same way that you thank your substitute teachers when they come in. And listen, guys, he's gonna be Scaramouche to me forever, probably, because that's the only name he's ever had that's not a title. Like, when you really think about it, all of his other names have been preceded by the word the Kabuki Mono, the Balladeer, the Wanderer. Scaramouche is the only one that's not actually, you know, a title. So there's that. So if you hear me call him that, that's why. I might sometimes call him Wanderer, but not very often. But yeah, that's that story. That's that story. But yeah, Unreconciled Stars and We Will Be Reunited. Those are the two for me. Those are the two. MSNX17, thank you for the super chat. Do you think they will add death to the story or something so that we can see the Archons go crazy? I don't know. I'm of two minds of it. I've talked a little bit today about I talked a little bit about what I think about death of playable characters. I don't think they're too afraid of killing off other characters. I just think that when they do it, they want to make sure that it's a shock. You know what I mean? I think they're waiting for something. I honestly think in Fontaine we're gonna start seeing a lot more deaths. Like, the stakes are gonna really increase. Like, I feel like we got a taste of what could happen in Sumeru, but I think Fontaine is where the stakes go up for the main plot. And maybe where the Abyss Order kind of outshines the Fatui. That's what I would like, but that's kind of what I think would be that. Pastel, wait, can you explain the connection between Irminsul and the ley lines? I'm kind of confused now. Yeah, I can. It's very simple. The ley lines are the roots of Irminsul. That's it. That's the whole thing. All right, the expanded version of that is basically, Irminsul is basically the world tree, right? It's like the heart of the world, for lack of a better term. We'll just call it that. The ley lines are what we call the roots of this tree, and those roots basically permeate the entire world, all of it, every last. Oh, my commission's reset. Cool. That means it's probably about time. We're gonna do my conditions. I'm probably gonna head out soon. Yeah, so the ley lines permeate every instance of Tevat. And through those ley lines, it basically functions like a normal tree would. A normal tree would use roots to suck up water and nutrients, right? And that helps make the tree healthy. In the ley line's case, what it's actually sucking up is elemental energy and memories. And those elemental energy and memories go into Irminsul for storage and for making the tree grow strong and healthy. And that's basically how that functions. Vicmers, I feel like the writers from 2.0 till Raiden Side Quest 2 were different from 1.6 and 2.5. It feels like they leaned more into fan service and flashiness. Not always, but definitely more than usual. It's definitely different, yeah. It does feel like there are different writers, like different people handling the team. We'll see. We'll see, I guess. Yvonne, thank you for the super chat. If they do kill maybe trial-only characters or trail-only characters, you mean like travail characters? Or like NPCs? I could make an argument for both, honestly. Like, the one thing that worries me about death is that, like, they did kill Senora, and I'm skeptical she'll stay dead. Like, I don't think she'll come back as Senora. I mean, like, I think it's gonna be like a Scaramouche Wanderer situation. Like, I think they'll give her, like, a new outfit, a new name, all that kind of stuff. If they do. I'm kind of convinced she'll stay dead, but, like, I go back and I waffle on it. Like, it's really bad. Let's give this one. But what worries me about death in this game is that they didn't kill Dunyarzad. And I don't know whether or not they should have killed Dunyarzad, but the fact that they set her up to die and then didn't go through with it kind of worries me a little bit. But on the other hand, they did, spoilers for Golden Slumber if you haven't completed it. You have 1 second to plug your ears. Okay, they did kill Jabril. So, like, I go back and forth on it. We'll see. I do think they're going to be a little cowardly about it, though. Call me crazy. These are all for... Oh, this is actually, like, Archon Quest. I don't... Oh, right. I have a wish. Let's do a wish. Well, we gonna get nothing. Woohoo! Who's excited for a big old fat load of nothing? Oh, that reminds me. Yay! Oh, that's R5. We should be all right there. Yeah. I'm keeping these for a reason. Speed through. Thank you for the super chat. And Gel, thanks for the 6 months. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy 6 months. Yes, man, you've been here a while. Thank you so much. Is that really the thing I chose for 6 months? Huh. I thought I chose a different icon for 6 months. Maybe I didn't. GD Traction, I've read a lot of theories about how Piero isn't actually part of the 11, almost like a seat 0. What are your thoughts about this? Because now the Harbinger placements are confusing. Yeah, listen. Fuck the Harbingers, man. All my homies hate the Fatui Harbingers. All of them. I hate them. I'm so mad. If that ends up being the case, because I've seen those theories too, and they actually have a lot of merit. If they end up being true, I'm going to be really mad for a couple reasons. First off, as a disclaimer, I don't mind being wrong about placements, okay? I'm annoyed in the sense that, like, now I have to do another thing on the Harbingers again. But, like, on the other hand, it's like, whatever. Like, I don't care as much. Like, as a theorist, I can be wrong. That's kind of half my job, to theorize. But what I really dislike about the possibility of Piero being a zeroth harbinger, so to speak, or not a harbinger at all, but like a Tsaritsa level type person, is that I feel like that's not a twist. I feel like I feel very deliberately misled. Like almost like the authors lied to me. Like the writers of the game lied to me. And I don't like that very much. Because there's a very big difference between a twist and a lie, right? And I don't know if it might be like translation issues or whatnot, but he has been called a harbinger in game, like a few times. So if it ends up turning out that he is actually like not a harbinger, like he doesn't even have a rank, I'm gonna be annoyed because that means there are actually 12 harbingers in the 11 Fatui Harbingers, which is why this does not make sense to me. And also, it means that Child has outright lied to us, because he actually has voice lines that call Piero a harbinger, among other things. So, like, I don't like that idea very much. As you can see. And also, it doesn't explain a couple of things, because, like, let's say, for example, he is 0, okay? That means the unaccounted for seats right now would be numbers 1, 4, and 10. And we know that Senora is dead. She's number 8, so people aren't surprised that the 8th seat is open. But people are really concerned that the 6th seat is open because no one remembers that Scaramouche is a thing, right? So it's really weird to me that they would be very worried about the 6th seat being open, but not the other ones. Because, like, either 10, 4, or 1 would be empty at that point. And no one's talking about it, and then also they didn't make any appearance at the banquet thing. And again, no one's talking about it? Like, what? So the theory doesn't work for me. But if that ends up being the case, because I've seen, you know, other arguments that are quite compelling, I'm gonna be pissed. Because it basically means that like the writers lied. And I don't mind interpreting things wrong. I don't mind like there actually being a twist. But that's not a twist. You know, like you don't just say that someone's a harbinger and then like they're just not. I'm number 0 of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, but there are actually 12 of us, but not actually because there are only 10 because 2 seats are missing. Wait, what? No.
Remarkable condition.
So I don't like it. I actually outright hate the idea. I hate the idea. Sorry. Anyway, that's my rant on that. I do not like that possibility. I'll be so mad if that's a thing. I'll be so mad. I'm gonna put a stop on super chat questions, guys, because I'm gonna sign out here pretty quick, and I don't want to, you know, not get to anyone's questions. So, what's there? If you're planning on super chat, please don't. That's enough. I can't do this for like super long periods of time.
Swear by my sword.
I don't got that kind of stamina. Right. So, Fireball. Do you think we'll have to kill our sibling? No, I don't. You know how I talked earlier about that whole thing with Star Rail, and the reason why I thought Star Rail might connect with Genchin is because of the whole Gnosticism thing, plus the eons that are in Star Rail. Oops. I did not dodge that. The thing is, I actually think the twins might be eons in a way. And I think I think at the end of the game, they're not gonna have to kill each other. They're gonna fuse into one being. That's what I think. That's what I think. Gabriel's pronounced Gabriel. I don't know. Not in English. Maybe in another language, but it's gonna be Gabriel in my head forever because I can't call him Gabriel. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Yvonne, bad typo. Oh, okay, sorry. I mean characters you can play as trials only, no wishing or anything. Are there characters like that? As trials only.
Too slow.
You mean kind of like Jet? Cause like she and Rana? Is that what you mean? I'm still a little confused. I'm still a little lost.
Quit following me.
I do appreciate the super chat though. I'm still a little lost. I don't quite know what the is a trial? I can't like beyond like Rana and Jet and Jabril and stuff. I don't really know of what other type. Those are NPCs, so I'm not quite sure how that pans out. I'm confusion. Chaz Nutlow, thank you for your super chit chat. Part of me is wondering if they confirm your all player characters are the traveler projecting the abilities of others theory can allow dead characters to become playable memories and such. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at though. Is like they would probably have to do something like that to justify why they're still summonable, why you can get constellations on them, why you can kind of wander around in their skin, you know, that kind of stuff. It's like, because if the only problem is with that is that like, as many people have pointed out, like you can invite characters to your teapot. And I feel like if a character was to die, a playable character, you would have to not be able to have them in your teapot without like some sort of additional explanation. And the reason for that is because the teapot characters are actually invited. Like you have to get the special invitation thingy in order to get them to show up. So you are actually physically inviting the real characters to spend some time in your teapot. So those are different from like wearing the skin of the deceased and running around as them. So they'd have to explain that, or you'd just not be able to have them in your teapot. Which is also kind of why I think they're going to be a little cowardly about it.
Squall and fury.
Yeah. Oh, it's up there. Well, I'm just dumb. Wee! Oh. Oh, you're not gonna make me make jade parcels, are you? She is. Oh, she is. I'm interested to see what they'll do. Honestly, it'll. Oh, she is gonna make me do jade parcels. Why? Do we not have any? Man, I don't have any. Okay. Cool. Jade parcels. All right. Okay. She's not allowed to complain anymore. Bring your stupid cabbage soup dumplings. Which is what I think they are. I think they're soup dumplings-ish. Cabbage dumplings, at least. Jeez. Unlucky Lux, thanks for the super chat. Not a question, but love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Oh, Teapot Grave. That's dark. That's dark. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I know. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I meant to get some praxis books today and I didn't.
Thank you for
Alright. Well, a couple little things before ending. First off, I can get these. And these. Not that. And
Quit following me.
hello, big fox tree. Oh, I forgot we got this big old cinematic of it the first time we saw it. All right. Nice. Got some stuff. I ranked up. Oh, I'm so close. Oh, wait. Hang on. Wait, what? Okay, I know I'm 34. Okay, cool. 34. One more to go, and I can finally get some Ascension 4 passives. Oh, it's so frustrating. Trying to level my character. Can't do it. Nope, can't do it. Alright. I have a wish. I have 2 wishes. You guys ready? You guys ready? I'm gonna end this with boop 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 boop. Nothing. Useless. What do you think and know about Add Oblivion that R&R mentioned during that one purification quest? They say it removes memories like the Akasha, but can't affect their flowers. I think it's just them saying the Abyss again. I think it's very similar, if not exactly like the Abyss. Like it's just the Abyss.
Squall and Fury.
Pop up. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. The AR is the most painful thing about new accounts. Yeah. I feel like once I hit 35, it'll be fine. Because, like... Yeah. It should be fine at 35, right? Alright. I think I have enough to craft these. Let's try. No, I don't. Oh, right. Jean's gonna be a pain because I'm using most of my things for Scara. Yep. Okay. Can't do him because I just did him. I'm out of jade for this one, so that's out. Can't do that one either. What about you, Fischl? We could do Fischl. We can do Fischl. I think I can craft the shard thingies. Or the arrowheads. Do I have anyone with a talent? I don't think I do. Nope. Okay, we can do Fischl. Do-do. All right. That's one. Oop. Want that. And I'm missing one of these, so we can't do that one. Who else can we do? Kale, I should do. I should do Kale, actually. She's gonna be my only Dendro. Well, she's not. I actually quite like Kale, though. Like just in general. As a unit, I mean.
Does this mean
It took some getting used to. I actually use her significantly more often than I use the Traveler. All right, we got 2 more wishes. You guys ready? 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 I'll go. Not a one. And go. No. Oh, we're done. Yep, that's it. That's all I got. What a shame. What a shame. Okay, so I was at 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's number 5. I'm not that far in. Not worth doing much else on. Okay. Well. Well. Yay. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave it here. Because it's getting late. And all that. So yep. Ta-da! Ta-da! Behold! The magical world of Teyvat! Hey, look! That's interesting. Has that always been purple? That has not always been purple. It's like blue afterwards, isn't it? Why is it purple now? I thought it was blue. It's totally blue usually, right? Why is it purple? It's not supposed to be purple. Interesting.
sometimes the laws can
Oh, the cleansing ritual quest.
balancing the two is a discipline in its own right.
Oh, interesting. I did not know the cleansing ritual turned that from purple to blue. That's actually really useful for something that I might be working on for a video that's going to come out this weekend. We'll see how that goes. Beware of Twitter. Why? What happened? What happened on Twitter? I mean, Twitter's always a shitstorm, but what happened this time? Oh, lots of leaks, huh? Alright. Well, you heard the guy, or girl, or internet person that I don't remember what happened.
The case before us is a strange and unprecedented one indeed.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, guys. Well, you heard him. If you're leak sensitive, do not go on Twitter. If you're leak curious, well, power to you. Go have fun. I, however, am not going to go to Twitter because I am going to bed. There's an that's enough of that. That's enough of that. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut it here. Thanks y'all for showing up for just like a little chill lore stream, kind of like we're running around doing nothing. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you all. You guys are great. Happy New Year. I hope 2023 treats you very, very well. Look forward to more content for me. I'm trying to work through what works, and we'll see if I can up this release date a little bit. So, all right, guys. Thanks again. I'll see you later.